The 10 most profitable condominiums. What can we learn from them? Hi, my name is Alan from Alan Re Property. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will cover the remaining condos in District 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 27 and 28. I will briefly touch on them and may skip some of the condominiums. However, I will leave the data available for those that are keen to know how well your condo is performing. I will then summarize all the 60 condos and share what are the key characteristics of the 10 most profitable condos based on their profit and analyzed return. Without further ado, let's dive back to the data. For the start, let's go to Serangoon and Hougang. Kingsford Water Bay is a mega project in the northeast with 1,157 units. It TOP in 2018. There are 181 profitable and 24 unprofitable transactions. The average profit each unit make is 140,000 based on the most recent past 20 transactions. Not very exciting in my opinion. Botanic at Bartley did relatively better at 310,000. Interestingly, this condo is sandwiched between two busy road intersections, yet it achieved a fairly decent return. What can I say? It's a UOL project. Star of Kovan, Park Colonial and the Garden Residence did relatively well with 3.3% to 3.9%. Riverfront Residence and Affinity at Serangoon are going to TOP this year. They also fare pretty well with a 3.6% to 4.2% return. Take note, some of the condos have a lower profit margin. This is because the smaller apartment usually has a smaller profit and this will average down the overall profit. Therefore, it is also important to measure them based on analyzed return. The panorama is always widely talked about if you go to any property seminars. This is because it is one of the highest profit for the OCR project. For those that are long enough in the property industry, Wheelock Properties make 110 million write-off for their Ang Mo Kio project. They subsequently cut prices to move units. This means Wheelock Property is selling at a slim margin. If you can still remember by developer profit margin, when developers sell low, those that bought them make massive profits. It's that simple. Anyway, I find it a great pity that Wheelock Properties has been relatively quiet in the property development scene in Singapore. They build very good projects. For those that have been to Panorama before, you will know what I mean. Next, Thomson Impression also did pretty well with a 240,000 profit. Japesgate, on the other hand, make a cool 350,000 profit with a 5.8% impressive return. Again, big project, going to TOP, and next to MRT station is a sure winner. Let's head over to District 21. We have the Creek at Bukit that doesn't seem to perform up to expectation, even is on freehold tenure. One possible reason could be because some are loft units that come with those furniture decks. Seriously, I wouldn't want to consider such homes. Anyway, Dentry Residence, which was launched in 2019, did amazingly well with a 5.7% return. Westwood Residence, which is an executive condominiums, achieved a 400,000 profit with a 6.3% return. This is not surprising as Westwood was launched between $700 to $800 per square feet back then. Today, the going rate is $1,001 to $1,002 per square feet. Both Lakeview and Lake Grand achieved decent return too, but in my opinion, not fantastic if we compare it against other locations. Anyway, thanks to COVID, otherwise they would have struggled to make a decent profit. Going forward, the new launch in Jurong are going to sell easily above 2,400 per square feet. I seriously cannot imagine. At half the price, faster go and buy Westwood Residence at only 1,200 per square feet. Here, let's go over to Bukit Batok. Kingsford Hillview Peak has 512 units and TOP in 2017. 68% of the transactions are unprofitable with a 50,000 profit. Simi taiji. If you have been following my video long enough, I suppose I have mentioned why it underperformed. Let us move on. Le Quest did 160,000 with a 3.4% return. The low profit could be because significant number of units are small, 1 and 2 bedrooms. Soul Acres, which is the largest EC with 1,327 units, achieved an impressive 420,000 profit, or an 8% annualized return. This is by far the best performer EC. Soul Acres was launched between 700 to 800 per square feet back then. Today, the going rate is 1,003 to 1,004 PSF. Let us head to the north to District 27 or Sembawang. The Brownstone, Park Life, the Visionaire, and North Wave are all EC. Their profit range from 200,000 to 470,000. The Brownstone stood out with a 7.3% return, mainly because of its location, next to Canberra MRT station. North Park Residence, which is a mixed development, fared 270,000 or the 3.5% return. Someone asked me if mixed development will do better than a normal condo. Right now, I don't have an answer for you. You also depend on the entry price too. If the entry price are high, you may have difficulties profiting too. Anyway, if your neighbors are EC, I think EC will be a better bet. Lastly, let's cover District 28 or Sengkang. Riverbank at Fernville fared 230,000. Whereas Bellwater, which is an EC, did 570,000. High Park Residence also did pretty well at 270,000. One possible reason is that the developer launched them very attractively at around 1,000 per square feet back then. 1 bedroom from 430,000, 2 bedroom from 700,000, 3 bedroom from 730,000, 4 bedroom from 1 million, and 5 bedroom from 1.3 million. I doubt you can find such prices anymore. Here, let us summarize them into the top 10 profitable condominiums in terms of profit. The number one champion is New Futura. The overall price is higher, and this also translates to higher profit. Why it stood out is mainly because of its peers in District 9 and 10 have mainly unprofitable transactions. Martin Modern, on the other hand, has a first mover advantage. When it was launched in 2017, the price ranged from 2,000 per square feet to 2,500 per square feet. Subsequent new launch like the fully sold Riverine was sold for 2,003 to 3,003 per square feet. When I was doing my morning hike there last week, I can't stop wondering if will Riverine follow Twin Peaks footsteps. Here, only time will tell. Next on the list are Bellwater, Brownstone, Soul Acres, and Westwood, which are all EC. Needless to say, EC all make massive profit. They are like BTO flats. How to lose money? The Panorama was an exceptional case where the developer priced to sell after its write-off. What can we learn here? Well, there is a high correlation between the developer profit margin and resale profit. Always remember that. Principal Garden and Wisteria Grand are doing well, mainly because of their design and quality. This means that a good design, a reputable developer, plus a good proportion of unit mix play an important role in preserving its resale value. On another note, let me summarize the top 10 profitable condominiums based on their annualized return. Soul Acres, Brownstone, Bellwaters, River Cove, Park Life, and Westwood are all EC. This further justifies that EC has one of the highest annualized return. Park Esta and Japescape have an impressive return. Does size matter here? Or is it because they are next to the MRT station and just TOP? Based on this reason, I think they appeal to buyers. Hopefully you get an idea. Finally, I have completed this video. I'm so happy and relieved. Seriously, this is a very difficult video to produce, as I have studied more than 100 different condos and crunched through their numbers. I'm not sure whether it will be well received because this video contains a lot of data. But I'm a strong believer that to make money in property, we must always educate ourselves with knowledge. Anyway, this is aligned with the slogan of my YouTube channel: to educate, enlighten, and empower you in your property investment journey. On another note, I doubt anyone has done such in-depth research on individual condos and compare them all together and sharing them so freely online. If you have benefited from it, please help me to click on the like button, comments, and share this video around. Thank you so much and see you soon.